Welcome and welcome back. I am really excited to be here today to talk about the Rainbow High cheerleader line. So this is a line of Rainbow High dolls that has been kind of circulating around Instagram for a while, and their release date seems to be like it should be January of next year. We are seeing stock photos and all kinds of fun stuff for these dolls, so I thought I would go ahead and talk about them. I have mixed feelings about these dolls, and I don't think that I'm going to be buying any, so that's why I am going ahead and kind of talking about the release now, because chances are I'm not going to be reviewing any of them. So let's just dive right on in. If you guys see me glancing down here, it is just because I am looking at a picture of the dolls, so I know what I'm talking about. The line does come with the same cast of characters as Series 1, so we've got Ruby, Poppy, Sunny, Jade, Skyler, and Violet. And yeah, like I said, I've got some mixed feelings. Starting at the top of the rainbow with Ruby, I think she might be my favorite from this line. She looks super, super cute with the crimped hair. Like, something about that texture I'm just really into. I like the ribbon that she's got, the little, like, hair barrette's very cute, and then the kind of, like, I think it's a little fireball painted on her cheek. It's very Draculaura-esque. Sorry about that bang. That was my bearded dragon. She's messing with her rocks again. So yeah, I like the overall design. I think her makeup's very fun. She is probably my favorite. I don't really have a complaint with her personally. Next we've got Poppy. I like that they gave her bow that like monarch design, carrying over that same motif from her original doll. But I think that it doesn't really like work as well. As far as I can tell from the picture that I'm looking at, it's really just the bow that has the monarch motif, so it's not super cohesive with the rest of her outfit. But that being said, I still love Poppy. Just in general, she is so pretty to me. I love the orange. So she's not great, but like I still like her. Then we've got Sunny. I think that Sunny was made to be a cheerleader. Like, she's just so cute and peppy looking. She does look really, really good in this outfit, I will say that. I like that they carried over the pigtails, so kind of reminiscent of her space buns in her original release. And I love, again, that kind of crimped texture. Very beautiful. Jade. I like the doll. I don't think that it looks like Jade. I think with the original release, they went very Billie Eilish, very androgynous clothing, baggy, like not form-fitting stuff. And they did not carry that over for cheerleading Jade. She's wearing a skirt and a crop top and little like knee-length fishnets. She does have the only pair of actual sneakers, not high heel sneakers. So there's that. But I think that if they wanted to be true to the character that MG decided to give her, they should have done something different. She should have been wearing like at least shorts, or they could have done leggings. Or instead of having a long sleeve cropped hoodie type thing, they could have given her a baggy jacket. I just think that there's some way they could have made this doll feel more like Jade, because right now, I genuinely think it's a beautiful design. I actually love the clothing. I think it's super cute, but it feels like it's a different green themed character. It doesn't feel like it's the same character. So that's my gripe with her. I have seen a couple people talking about how Skyler seems a little bit more boring than the others, and I do think that that actually does kind of fit in with her whole shtick of, like, basic designs, but amping them up just a little bit. You know, her original doll came with, like, a lot of denim and simple pieces, so I do think it makes sense for her to have a slightly more simplistic design than the others. There's been a lot of speculation about the jacket and the number on the jacket and, like, who her boyfriend is and all of that stuff. I don't watch the webisodes, so I am 0% involved in that drama, so I don't have a feeling about the jacket other than it's cute. I like the look of it tied around her waist. And then we have Violet. Violet's probably my least favorite out of this line. I don't love the outfit. I think that the bows on the cheer skirt look very odd. I do like the jacket, that kind of like iridescent. It's not comfortable to wear, but it is super cute. Mostly my problem is that she doesn't have her bangs. Like, Sunny still has bangs, but Violet just magically grew her hair out, I guess, unless they're clipped back. I don't know, as a person who has bangs now, even though it's only been a very short time, I wouldn't clip them back to put my hair in a ponytail. I don't know, I just think that was a weird choice. I don't think it's gonna bother a lot of other people, but it really, really irritates me. So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's kind of like individual dolls, but my real problem with this line comes as a whole. So with these dolls, obviously they only come with their one cheer outfit. They have pom-poms, which is a new addition compared to the original line, but they do just come with one outfit. Their faces aren't sparkly anymore, which I feel like some people were kind of on the fence about that. It looked very pretty, but some customers had problems with it rubbing off on the Series 1's dolls. Personally, I really liked it. I liked their iridescent faces. I thought that was very unique and fun and almost angelic. Like, it just really went well to me with the face molds that they have, and I thought it looked great. So I'm a little bit disappointed that the dolls have, like, matte faces now instead of shiny faces. And my biggest complaint is that they don't come with a stand. I feel like everybody, when Rainbow High first came out, was so excited because finally here's a beautiful doll line that includes stands. It's easy to display. You can kind of see like the feet of mine all up here. They're standing in their stands. And this line doesn't come with them, which is bad enough, but obviously nothing is confirmed because they aren't fully released yet. Like, they're not officially released. But the price that is like leaked and kind of floating around as the theorized price is only about $3 cheaper in the United States than the Series 1 dolls were. And I am flabbergasted that they expect me to pay like $22, $23 still for one of these dolls, and she only comes with one outfit and she doesn't have a stand. Like, I think if they hadn't set up the precedent with Series 1, I would still think it's a little expensive, but I would be more okay with it because they are so detailed and so well articulated. But because Rainbow High Series 1 set the bar so high price point wise, where it's a $25 doll in the US, and you get 2 complete outfits and a stand and all of the detail and all of the articulation, for them to then take that away with the cheerleading line, I'm confused and upset by it. And we even have Series 2 leaked and releasing before the cheerleading line. And those all also have stands and 2 outfits and question mark? Like, I just don't get it. So that's my big gripe. I know I'm kind of ranting here. I'm really, really sorry, y'all. But I genuinely don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand. That's all. So yes, mostly because of that, I'm not going to be buying these dolls just because I'm a big, like, value person. I want to feel like I'm spending my money well, and I don't think that I would with these. I also just in general don't love cheer lines. I don't really know why. I don't have anything against them. I really think a lot of the fashions in this line are cute. I love that they did give every doll individual designs instead of just, like, a cookie cutter cheer uniform for each of them. But I would rather any day have the Series 1 dolls and their, like, everyday outfits than have cheer outfits. So that's just a me personally thing. But definitely let me know, guys. How are you feeling about this line? Are you planning on buying any? Who is your favorite? Do you have a problem with the price point like I do? There's definitely a lot of opinions. I feel like people are very excited for this line, and that's fantastic. If you are excited, then I'm happy for you. But yeah, it's not for me. So let me know how you're feeling down in the comments below. If you want to see more of my content, I do make new videos every Monday, so go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And otherwise, you guys have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever it might be, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.